Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Checking in on PCLN, so a bearish reaction to earnings with a big gap down, but the bulls bought the dip with a low off of 1875 and a high now resistance of 1920. We still have 50-day moving average and lower Bollinger Band resistance to be watching, but if we break 1920 tomorrow and see a green day, we have gap to fill to the upside, and the bulls will regain some momentum on this bounce. We still have higher lows on the daily time frame in place, and the weekly chart is still holding the middle Bollinger Band support, which has been holding for over a year at this point. So while it was a big setback in the short term, considering everything that's taken place over 2017, bulls are still in full control here on this weekly chart. We're on the verge of a bearish MACD cross, but if we keep this weekly middle Bollinger Band, it's going to be pretty easy for the bulls to prevent that from happening and to stay bullish. So the follow-through tomorrow is going to be very important to see if we can confirm this bullish reversal doji that formed today. NVDA, very bullish recovery after a gap and trap all-time high yesterday. Bulls showing back up, closing at the high of the day. This is the second highest close that we've ever seen on NVDA. So the bulls making a quick recovery, and we're looking up at resistance of 174.56, the all-time high. That's the only level here. Bullish MACD cross ready to go. Weekly time frame, bulls in full control, seeing follow through to the upside. Exponential supports are holding, and very strong for the NVDA bulls. Tesla, bearish reversal inverted hammer with an upper wick of profit taking. We're hitting this resistance zone of 371, 371.74, 371.35, and we pulled back just under 370, or just at 370. So we still have a higher low pattern. If we break 358.95 tomorrow, we will confirm this bearish reversal candlestick and start to pull back. And the weekly time frame, I am anticipating an equilibrium pattern to form. All-time high, high volatile dump, lower high on this bounce. After 5 green weeks in a row, I do believe the bulls are going to be tiring themselves out, heading to the all-time high. So I will be looking for a lower high to form and then normal healthy consolidation on the weekly time frame to cool things off a little bit. And how we react to this candlestick from today will indicate whether or not this 370 level is potentially going to be our new lower high to be watching. Netflix on the daily time frame. After bearish news with Disney pulling their stuff and making their own service, big gap down, but the bulls bought the gap down open and closed at the high of the day, much like the tech sector and SPY overall. So the correlation is very strong there, which is why I was saying that I like Netflix bearish if we see weakness in the market and in the tech sector, which we did this morning first thing, which is why we see a gap down in reaction with that news as well. But we're filling the gap to the downside now. Support is 170.01. There's a gap to fill to the upside at 177.45. And if we see a rejection from these exponential resistances on the daily time frame, we will be looking for a potential bearish entry opportunity at those levels. All depends on what the overall market is doing in the overall tech sector, because that is really the guiding force for all of these individual names. Obviously, the news had a lot to do with it, but bulls bought the dip on this bearish news because of the market strength, in my opinion. If we did not see SPY close strong and see the same pattern on the daily time frame, I would expect that we would not see anywhere near as bullish action on Netflix. Weekly time frame is still very healthy as well. After the big 2-week breakout on the back of earnings, healthy consolidation, still holding exponential support and seeing some lower wicks multiple weeks in a row. If we can see a lower wick form this week, this is a bull flag pattern, so the bulls are maintaining weekly control, even though the daily chart is seeing a bit further weakness. CMG, bullish reversal candlestick after heading down towards lower lows here on the daily time frame. So the bears are certainly still in control on the daily. We have to confirm this bullish reversal candlestick and close above the 8-period exponential resistance in order for the bulls to try and turn around this trend. So that 8-period exponential resistance is 341.72 and dropping. And we have to break the high of today of 336.36, see a solid green day, and then we'll be looking to try and turn around and finally see this oversold bounce play out. But again, don't give the bulls any benefit of the doubt. They must prove their strength by closing over these exponential resistances. Then we'll be looking up at 355.48 and 358 resistance from there. Weekly time frame, if the bulls can close above 340 by the end of Friday, that will be 3 weeks in a row the bulls have defended this level. And it will also be a bullish reversal hammer on the weekly time frame. So the goal for the bulls by the end of Friday is close above 340, and that will give them a shot next week to see an oversold bounce begin to play out. And on that oversold bounce, we can be looking for a 10% move. So watching very close for signs on the daily chart to indicate that the weekly chart is shaping up as well. I appreciate you watching, and we'll check back in tomorrow.